Do you remember the tall, funny man from Monty Python? The one who could make you laugh just by raising an eyebrow? That is John Cleese, a man who became famous all over the world for making people laugh. But guess what? His life now is nothing like what you might expect. Some people are surprised. Others are confused. And some cannot believe it at all. So, what really happened to John Cleese? Why did he disappear from the spotlight? And what is he doing now? Stay with us, because his story is full of surprises you may have never heard before, and it is something you will want to hear until the very end. John Cleese was born in the year 1939 in a small town in England. His parents were not famous or rich. In fact, his father changed the family name from Cheese to Cleese because he thought it sounded better. Yes, really, he almost grew up as John Cheese. John was tall, smart, and funny, but he did not always want to be a comedian. At first, he wanted to be a lawyer. He even went to Cambridge University to study law. But then something strange happened. He joined a comedy group just for fun, and people loved him. He made others laugh without even trying. Soon, comedy became more than a hobby. It became his life. In the 1960s, John Cleese helped create a show called Monty Python's Flying Circus. It was weird. It was wild. And it was nothing like the shows people were used to watching. But it worked. People could not stop laughing. It made John and his team very famous, not just in England, but around the world. They made movies too, like Monty Python and The Holy Grail and Life of Brian. These films are still loved even today. Later, John made another show called Fawlty Towers. It was about a rude hotel owner and the crazy people who came to stay there. Many fans say it is one of the funniest shows ever made. By now, John Cleese was not just a comedian, he was a legend. But behind the laughs, John's life was not always easy. He got married 4 times. Yes, 4. And not all those marriages ended well. Some were filled with fights. Some ended in expensive divorces. One divorce cost him millions of dollars. He even joked that it would have been cheaper to just hand over his house. John also struggled with sadness and stress. He once said that being funny does not mean you are always happy. In fact, comedy helped him deal with the pain in his life. As John got older, he started feeling tired of fame. He did not like how Hollywood was changing. He believed movies were becoming too safe and less clever. He also got annoyed with how careful people had to be when speaking. John believed that comedy was about telling the truth, even if it made some people uncomfortable. But now, he said, comedians have to watch every word they say. And that, he said, is not good for comedy. So he slowly started stepping away from movies and television shows. He began doing what he wanted instead. Now, here is the part that really surprises people. John Cleese is 86 years old. Most people think he would be resting by now, but he is not. He still performs on stage, telling stories and making people laugh. He also travels a lot, giving talks and interviews. But he does not live in Hollywood or London anymore. In fact, he moved to a quieter place, where he says people are nicer and life is simpler. He reads books, watches old movies, and spends time with people he trusts. He even has a podcast where he talks about serious topics like free speech, cancel culture, and how the world is changing. He is still sharp. Still funny. But now, he speaks more about the world than about jokes. When people ask John Cleese how he wants to be remembered, he says something interesting. He does not want to be remembered for just being funny. He wants to be remembered for being honest. He believes laughter is important, but telling the truth is even more important. That is why he still speaks out, even if it upsets people. He says it is better to be honest than silent. So, what happened to John Cleese? He became a star, made the world laugh, and then walked away from the noise. He gave up fame for peace. He stopped chasing money and focused on what truly mattered to him: truth, freedom, and the joy of making people think. John Cleese's life might seem surprising, but in a way, it makes perfect sense. Sometimes, the funniest people are also the deepest thinkers. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed learning about John Cleese, please like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more stories like this one. Who should we talk about next? Let us know in the comments below.